This is going to be about an 8-minute cool down that I'm going to walk you guys through. So make sure that you are in a good place to stretch and that you can listen to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start standing on your mat, and you're going to inhale, big breath, exhale, fold all the way down. Your knees can be slightly bent. They do not have to be straight. You're going to inhale and lift halfway, and your hands for right there can be on your shins, they can be on your knees, what have you. So take a big inhale there, exhale, and walk it out to a down dog. So what that means is your hips are high towards the sky, your hands are gripping strong through the mat. Here you can kind of walk out your ankles, stretching behind your calves. Your heels do not have to be touching the ground, but we want to make sure to get a couple breaths here. We're going to lift your right leg up to the sky and bend your right foot towards your right glute. You can do a couple of ankle twists, or you can just hold. We're going to bring it through to a pigeon pose. So you're going to bring your right knee to your right elbow and your left foot across. There's a couple different options here. You can hold this pose by leaning back, or you can walk your hands up and over. You want to stay here for a while and just breathe. We want to make sure we're releasing that hip. So take a couple inhales and a couple of exhales. You can continue to stay there, or you can come up. If it's in your practice, you can reach back and grab that left foot, looking over that shoulder, or you're still staying down and just inhaling and exhaling, trying to release and open that hip softly. Go ahead and release and come up to your 90-90 windshield. You're going to just bend over that front leg. So you're bending over your right leg. Again, just a couple inhales, exhales. And walk it up. And here we're going to do some windshield wipers. So you're going to kind of lean back. And you're going to take both of your legs over to one side and push your hips open. Switch into the other side. Back over to the other side. And then one more time this way. You're going to come back. You're either going to tabletop position out and then meet me in down dog. Again, I'm going to do that same thing where our hips are high. Our heels are either touching the ground or we're moving them out, whatever feels right for you. What I like to do is I like to drop my hips to each side to kind of get a really good stretch through the long side of my legs. And now we're going to inhale, left leg goes up, and then you're going to bring that left heel to left glute. Again, you can just stay, or you can rock your ankles out or make small circles with your knee. We're going to bring it through to pigeon pose, so that left knee is going to come to left elbow. And the same thing on this side. We're just really trying to work on releasing that hip. So you can either stay up, how you see me in this video here, or you can walk your hands forward and lay down and just release that hip. But remember, you want to breathe through this movement. We're going to take some time to just inhale and exhale. Couple more. Again, if it's in your practice, you can walk up and grab that back foot and pull it closer to you and really, really squeeze and stretch, looking over that right shoulder. Or you are still staying down and just breathing. Release. I'm going to have you do your windshield wipers here first. So back again, just a couple each side, taking an inhale and an exhale. And then I'm going to have you bend over that front leg, stretching that hip. Good, you're going to release. Either meet me in tabletop or you're going to go back into a child's pose. So your knees are wide, feet are together in the back, arms are stretched out really far in front of you. Now, if you do want to take some pressure off of those shoulders, which you're more than welcome to, you can bring your hands back down by your side and lay one cheek on the mat. Couple breaths here, filling that belly up and exhaling. Go ahead and meet me back in tabletop, and then we're going to drop all the way down to the ground. I'm going to take your right hand to your right foot and stretch that quad big and strong. And then I'm going to have you take your right hand under your right shoulder, your right foot to right glute, and your left arm out at a T. You're going to drop that right foot over behind your left leg. Okay, so that's going to open your hips. You want to keep your left shoulder on the ground, your left cheek on the ground, and then you can do whatever you feel comfortable with your arm. I typically kind of like pull mine back, but here you want to make sure that your foot is flat on the ground and your knee is open. Go ahead and take it back to the middle and roll out those hips side to side. You're going to take your left foot in your left hand and really stretch that quad. Good, release. You're going to bring that left hand under left shoulder, right hand out at a T, and drop that left foot over to that right side. Again, just a couple breaths here. Make sure that foot is flat and that knee is open towards the top of the room. Good, go ahead and release. Bring it back to the middle. We're going to push ourselves back up to a nice little child's pose here, where your knees are together, your hands are stretched out far in front of you. I'm going to pop it back up to down dog one more time, where your hips are high, your chest is going towards your thighs, and do a couple inhale, exhales here. Good, release and either walk, step, or jump those hands to feet. Release, and then slowly come up, hitting every vertebrae on the way up, and you are done.